and welcome back to more Shantae, Risky's Revenge. So last time we navigated Squid Baron's labyrinth, and all that's left is to fight Squid Baron himself. So you managed to solve my labyrinth, but it won't do you any good. My magic seal's staying right here. Me and my babies are ready to tussle. Alright, so Squid Baron has a variety of attacks that are a little bit intimidating. First of all, dropping down a bunch of little squids, and also doing a charge. That heart went to waste very quickly. The little baby squids do drop health, which is good to keep in mind. Not that it does much good if I'm taking this much damage already. So, his second attack involves dropping down from the ceiling like so. Just watch for which shadow has eyes. Once he finishes eating, he'll do a charge attack, so I tend to just cling to the wall to be safe. Alright, so where are you gonna drop? There. So just gotta move out of the way and start attacking. This attack speed is a little slow. Definitely wanting to upgrade that as soon as possible. Dodge out of the way, keep attacking. I should remember to use magic. I have so much of it. Like so. Yeah, that barely drained any of the meter, so I'm gonna cling to the wall once more to stay out of harm's way, or he's just gonna charge again. Normally I'm used to him doing this attack immediately after the food attack. This isn't too difficult for a first time, but there's kind of a lot to take in, if I'm being honest. I'm taking a lot of time to attack these enemies here to try to regain as much health as possible, just to be safe. I have a potion, but I would prefer not using it until a little bit later. So yeah. Definitely not necessary to play this safe with a potion in hand, but again, why take risks if I don't have to? We shouldn't have too much more to go. I don't know how much health bosses have, since this game doesn't have damage numbers. I think some Shantae games actually show damage numbers. This one does not, sadly. So we just have to kind of guess how much damage we're doing, sadly. So, right as he's about to finish eating, we're gonna jump up like so. We're almost there, I'm pretty sure. I sometimes try to attack and it doesn't respond immediately, so that's a lot of the reasons why I'm getting hit so much here. Just trying to duck an attack isn't sometimes responding as quickly as I'd like it to. That was way too close. I very well could have gotten hit there. There we go. Risky boots. Well, I see you managed to beat me to the first magic seal. Nicely done. Now be a good girl and hand it over. Not a chance. Back off or I'll smash this thing to pieces. My, no need to be hasty. I'm sure we'll be seeing plenty of each other down the line. Ta-ta! And with that, we have recovered the first magic seal with 2 to go. So, before we try to find the next one, we have a few collectibles to find in Tango Forest and Lilac Fields. First of all, we need to go to the same plane as the Warp Squid pedestal, which I think is one down from here. Maybe it's actually this one. I think it actually is this screen. So it should be to the left of this area to find a special item. But yeah, this is kind of where I ended up farming for gems, because you can respawn these enemies and very easily get 5 gems every time. So it goes really fast, actually. Might as well get a few more gems while we're here, I suppose. Like so, and over here, we should be able to find something special. You can see a treasure chest up in the trees, and also one of these little rocks. We will be able to break those a little bit later, but for now, all we can get here is this. Another magic jam! So that should be our third one, and there's one more we can get to the left here, but one screen up. So jump back to where we were and head left at this time. I'm actually thinking, is backdashing everywhere faster or slower? I think it's actually slower because there's a bit of a cooldown. Maybe it's faster. Just, yeah, go full Castlevania and just backdash constantly. Here, we actually need the monkey to climb across this and make it to another magic jam. And with that, I'm pretty sure that's everything we can do here for now, so let's head back to town. Yeah, this feels faster, but I'm not sure how easy it would be to just do this everywhere. Again, not exactly going for a speedrun anyway, so it's all good. Alright, over here should be the warp, and we're gonna head back to town to see what we can buy, and also take care of a few other things while we're there. Alright, so to the left of the warp squid, there should be something a little bit special, actually. Conveniently on the way back, there's this treasure chest up there. With the monkey, we can actually jump up now, and inside is a heart holder. You can now take more damage than before. So we're up to 4 hearts now. I remember there being 3 heart holders, so the max health is only like 6. So we still have to be very cautious, even with more health, because we can burn through that super quickly on this mode. So, a quick stop at the shop, because we have so many gems. So for sure, we need to buy this, the Storm Puff, for later. Pike Ball is super good, so we're gonna upgrade that once more, actually. I'm gonna stock up more on potions, and I think I'm gonna buy this, the Silky Cream. Repair split ends for faster whipping. So, we have faster attack speed now. Also, that takes 3 magic jams and 300 gems, so we are cleaned out for now. Yeah, a little bit faster, not hugely improved, but definitely making a difference for general damage output. So before we actually head left at the town gate, we actually want to go back to the lighthouse, where we started our adventure, because there was actually a treasure chest up on top of the cliff near the lighthouse. So we can climb up now and see what lies beyond. So up here is, you guessed it, gems. Never mind, it wasn't what I thought it would be. I thought it would be a magic jam again. So now we're at Polyp Bay, a very precarious level. I'm not a fan of this. Can you tell why I'm not a fan of this? So every time you fall, you take half heart damage. That's not terrible, but not great either. A lot of blind jumps because you end up jumping over the top of the screen. Oh shoot. Oh, that was way too close. So yeah, I'm not crazy about this. It's not terrible, but it's definitely a little bit scary. By the way, these caves here, if you enter a cave, we can't actually do this puzzle yet, but it actually resets your respawn position. So if we fall, we will start back here, instead of starting all the way back at the beginning of the screen. So definitely consider entering caves just to set a spawn point, not even because you can necessarily do everything in a specific cave. Alright, so that wasn't terrible. I spoke too soon. That was too close, but we made it. A few more, we're almost done. This should be the end, I hope. So over here, we have another save point, good to know. And these little fish jumping out of the water between the segments of the bridge. Gotta be careful. And another warp squid. Is it morning already? Yep. Okay, time to clock in. Warp squids are on the job. So now we can warp between any of the 3 points we've discovered. Again, the biggest change for the director's cut is warping anywhere instead of between set points. Here's the magic jam. And the mayor. Oh, the genie. I suppose you're still angry with me. Huh. More to spread. Now that Risky Boots is plotting revenge, Sequin Land's palace is afraid to send wagons. Without our fishing trade, Skeleton is all washed up. I was hoping not to resort to this, but here. You got the town deed. What's this? The deed to Scuttletown? A wealthy man from beyond the wastelands has been pressuring me to sell the town. I resisted, of course, but now his offer is the only hope for our people. So after much thought, I've decided to turn the reins over to him. Life will never be the same, but at least Scuttletown will be provided for. There has to be some other way. If only there was, but I fear that making a tidy profit on the town moments before it's obliterated is the only solution. Please honor my request as a final act of service. Find the Ammo Baron and give him the deed. Well, we have to find 3 barons, so it kind of works out. Anyway, so we need to warp to Lilac Fields, I guess. It's not super efficient, but we need to pass back through town. Alright, the unfortunate part is there's a warp pretty close to where we need to be, but I think it would actually waste time to go activate the warp, go to Polyp Bay, and then come back. Obviously you also want to do this before doing the next segment so you don't have to backtrack to Polyp Bay later on, so just for the sake of efficiency, that's probably the best way to do that. So now we're ready to go to the west side of town, over here. And over here is Pumpkin Fields. So we have a lot more enemies. This is a pretty scary place, to be honest. We have a lot more enemies that take a lot more hits as well, and also, I'm pretty sure those pumpkin throwing enemies show up at some point at really inopportune moments, so that's gonna be fun. By the way, I'm gonna equip this just to be on the safe side. Another warp squid. Again, this is what I meant. I'm not sure if it would be faster to wake this one up and then go to Polyp Fields. That was a little close. But yeah, this faster attack speed really makes a difference, and that's a big part of why I wanted to farm for gems, so I'd have plenty to buy this, because it's a little scary otherwise, defeating these higher level enemies. That was close. I'm surprised I did not get hit there. Here's a surprisingly easy item get. Another magic jam. Big surprise. A lot of items in this game are just magic jams. Also, again, we have a new spawn point, so if we have trouble here, no big deal. Jump across there. I'm gonna run past these. I'm a little nervous around this many enemies, so let's just keep moving. Another save point, good to know. So the Super Pike Ball will come in handy because it kind of tears through enemies like that, and with double magic, we will not have anything to worry about as long as we kind of take our time, take it slow, and avoid, like, running into enemies. Alright, so we need to go through multiple cave systems to get to our goal. We can't jump across, sadly, because the gap on the previous screen was too large, so we actually have to navigate these small caverns connecting these screens. So yeah, that cave connects to the other side of this gap there. We have these little archer enemies that I actually really don't like because they're kind of annoying to fight. Over here, speaking of the archer enemies being annoying to fight, wow, I'm at a heart and a half. I should probably heal. Will I heal? No, probably not, because there's hearts right here. Again, the one nice thing about Magic Mode is at least the game is very generous with heart drops. Those little imp enemies are some of my least favorite enemies in the game because they tend to be very, very annoying to deal with. We won't see the peak of this annoyance until a little bit later, but they can be very frustrating to fight. Over here we have some interesting characters and a magic jam. Kaplooey, who are you, Kapow? The Ammo Baron doesn't need another girlfriend, bourgeois. What he does need is that rundown rat's hole Scuttletown. It's a perfect staging ground for my new campaign. My men will march across the land like 2 tons of tactical tin toy terror. Rat-a-tat. Hey, that's my home you're talking about. Hold up, girly girl, you got something for the Ammo Baron or not? Ammo Baron hasn't got all day. Yeehaw! Blamey blue, I knew that old coot would knuckle under. I've got the deed to Scuttletown. That makes the new mayor me, the Ammo Baron. Click-clack, wait for it, whoosh. Yeah, well about that, all my friends live in Scuttletown, and we're pretty happy with things the way they are. Don't you worry about a thing, sweetheart, we're all family now. In fact, with me as the new mayor, that makes you my official citizen. Put it there, soldier. You got a passport. What's this? That there's your official Ammo Town passport and activity book. What's Ammo Town? It's your town's new name. New mayor, new name. But don't worry, now that you're my gal, and I'm your official lordship, why don't you enlist into my private army? We've even got an open-air shower. Splish splash. No thanks, I've got business to attend to, far to the right of here. Whew, boom, shot down. Okay, sister, I getcha. You look like a spry young thing. Why not train that bot at my private battle tower? It's citizens only, and it's ladies' night. Battle tower? Sure, you can't miss it. Just flash him your passport, make it to the top and you get a prize. Tell him the Ammo Baron sent ya. Well, that sounds like a good place to check out next. So again, another one of those giant stones that we can't break yet, so let's just head back through here for now. So there is a warp coming up, but it's actually in the opposite direction that we need to go, sadly. So we're gonna activate the warp later, I think. Which is a little scary because this next screen is a little bit terrifying, I'm not gonna lie. Not this screen, but the one after, actually. See, the imps just tend to get in the way a lot. I'm really not a fan of this enemy type. I thought I was crawling through, and I still got hit. So that was swell. So we have these enemies here. Luckily, with our upgrades, they go down pretty easily. But they still have quite the range, I'm noticing. Items are a little weird in this game. You have to equip it and then actually use the item with the same button as magic. I'm not really a fan of that system. It's a little cumbersome. Really bad enemy placement there, but gonna make it across here and get hit anyway. We should almost be to a good stopping place for this part. There's a save point right over here, if I'm not mistaken, and then we'll tackle the battle tower next time. There it is. I would like to save a record of my journey, thank you very much. So with that, thank you for watching, and I hope you'll join me next time for more Shantae, Risky's Revenge.